What is up, guys? This is Packers Productions here today with another video for you guys. And today, we are bringing you the 2021 NFL mock draft. So yeah, guys, I've been planning to do this one for a while. I wanted to do it, the day before the draft, so, just because, a lot of people were asking, me to get this out. I was planning to do it last week, but unfortunately, I could not make it last week. But this week, we are doing it. The 2021 NFL mock draft. So yeah, guys, there may be some things in here you guys that you guys disagree with. But I mean, it's just my opinion. I'm just a disclaimer before this video starts. All of these are my opinion, who I think I'm going to go to. They're going to go to. Also, some of them are, from the news that I've seen or heard that I did the research on. So, yeah, chill out, haters. I'm not, trying to, it's just my opinion. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get this started. Let's go. With pick number 1, this one should be very, very, very obvious. The Jacksonville Jaguars will draft Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. Everyone knows this. Trevor Lawrence, Clemson quarterback, one-time national champion. I think he played there for 4 years or 3 years. I'm not sure. But yeah, this one has been obvious for the past, just everything. It's just been clear. Trevor Lawrence is obviously the best quarterback for the Jaguars they can draft. They obviously have Gardner Minshew, but I mean, they just really have been trying to get at this guy for a very long time. It was even in the news a couple months ago. Jaguars were fighting to lose so they could get the first pick of the draft so they can draft Trevor Lawrence. At pick number 2, the New York Jets will draft Zach Wilson. This is a very controversial one. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but there's been news out there. Zach Wilson is the top quarterback for this Jets team. A lot of people are saying Justin Fields. We'll get to him later, but Zach Wilson out of BYU obviously had a great BYU career. And a lot of people were thinking he was going to drop super low. But obviously, the news I've seen, the Jets do need a quarterback after losing Sam Darnold now. I mean, it really didn't do anything for them. But, they really don't have a quarterback right now. It's just that one guy. I forgot what his name is. But they need a quarterback, and I think Zach Wilson would be the great target for them to get because, they need a good quarterback, and I think Zach Wilson will be the good option for it. At pick number 3, we got the 49ers. Mac Jones, out of Alabama. Guys, this is also a controversial one. I picked Mac Jones because, I was going more towards Justin Fields to put him there. But, Mac Jones, obviously coming off a national championship win, the 49ers are going to want a very good quarterback. Not that Justin Fields is not. He did play in the national championship. But, Mac Jones is a bigger, built quarterback, and it seems like the 49ers like, kind of quarterbacks like that. Obviously, 49ers over the years have liked having, mobile quarterbacks, obviously like Colin Kaepernick, but I think they might want to, look at another, Joe Montana kind of looking quarterback, and I think Mac Jones will be the great option for them. There's also news out there that, it was swapped, Justin Fields might go to the 49ers, the Jets, but, Mac Jones, I feel like he is going to be pick number 3, and I believe in him. A lot of people say, he was going to drop super low in the draft also, but I think the 49ers will take the move and get Mac Jones. Pick number 4, we got the Falcons drafting Kyle Pitts, a tight end. Obviously, Falcons, pretty good receiving core. You got Jones, Julio Jones, all those good receivers. I think a tight end will be the greatest option for them. They don't really have a tight end right now after losing, Hooper last season. They don't really have a tight end. I think Pitts will be the great option for them out of Florida. I feel like he will help their offense out a lot and give, Matt Ryan a new target, because Matt Ryan obviously is coming to the end of his career and he needs more targets. Julio obviously still balling, but he still is, a great receiver. He isn't washed yet. He's still a great receiver. And I think Kyle Pitts, will be a great weapon for Matt Ryan to throw to. Pick number 5, we got the Bengals drafting Penny Sewell, offensive tackle out of Oregon, sorry. I think the Bengals need a offensive tackle horribly, I tell you. This is obviously going to happen. They need an offensive tackle. I feel like if they don't, they are out of their mind because Joe Burrow needs protection. Joe Burrow was sacked so many times this year. He barely could get the ball thrown out. And, obviously as a rookie, you need to be protected to be able to play the game. I mean, you're just coming into the NFL. You need to be protected. And I feel like if they draft Sewell, it'll be great, out of Oregon. Out of Oregon. He will be a great protector for Joe Burrow. Can help him throw the ball better to his good receivers that he has. And, yeah. Pick number 6, we got the Miami Dolphins drafting Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Obviously, Tua Tagovailoa, however you say it. Coming into his first year starting, I think he will start. I'm guessing he will start, obviously, having a pretty good rookie year. Coming in late, but still helping the Dolphins, get their record back to normal and, above 500. He's going to need a good wide receiver to throw to. Obviously, he is a mobile quarterback, and I feel like if they get draft Devontae Smith, he will be the good option. Obviously, Mac Jones was able to throw to him, win a championship. A lot of people say Alabama's receivers carried Mac Jones. I'm not saying that they did, but I just heard that. So I feel like this would be a great option for obviously a good quarterback like Tua. So yeah. Number 7, we got the Detroit Lions drafting Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle out of Northwestern. Obviously, got Jared Goff as your new quarterback now. You're going to need a good, at least offensive line. So you need just a good protection for him. Obviously, Jared Goff did have a pretty good offensive line in LA. So, I feel like if they can give Goff the right protection, I feel like he'll have a better, career or better season with the Lions and be able to throw it pretty well to their receivers and, just be able to help the team out the way they want him to help. Pick number 8, got the Carolina Panthers drafting Patrick Surtain, cornerback out of Alabama. Another Alabama one. Obviously, the Panthers just lost Teddy Bridgewater today. He is now a Bronco. But I feel like, the Carolina Panthers, Sam Darnold, coming onto a new team, he's going to need a good defense. I mean, you got CMC in the backfield. You got pretty good receivers up front. So I feel like a cornerback will really help out their defense because a lot of their, defense last season was a factor of them losing. Teddy Bridgewater did not have the best year, but their defense was obviously one of the factors that they lost. So I feel like if you draft a cornerback, especially Patrick Surtain out of Alabama, it can help your defense out significantly. Pick number 9, we got the Denver Broncos drafting Trey Lance, QB out of North Dakota. Obviously, Broncos just getting Teddy Bridgewater today. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know who's starting. But I think Trey Lance out of North Dakota is going to help them. If you start him over Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater, I feel like they will. Drew Lock, obviously not the best option for the Broncos. But, Trey Lance, QB, North Dakota, I feel like it'll be pretty good if you can draft him. I feel like he'll help out your offense maybe. And, just give a better quarterback than Drew Lock to your organization. Pick number 10, we got the Cowboys drafting J.C. Horn out of South Carolina, cornerback. South Carolina State. Obviously, the Cowboys' defense was one of the factors they lost last year. Obviously, Dak Prescott getting hurt also. But they need a good defense. They need a better defense than they've had over the past years. Obviously, J.C. Horn, good cornerback out of South Carolina State. Obviously he's not one of the top prospects, but he will help their defense out significantly. I mean, they got a pretty good defense, but I think it just needs to be better. I feel like he is the missing piece if they have any. Number 11, we got the Giants drafting Jalen Waddle, wide receiver out of Alabama. So obviously Daniel Jones needs a good receiver. He has Golden Tate but he needs more receivers. Obviously, Daniel Jones struggling, right now, getting the Giants to the playoffs. Obviously, was drafted in the first round a couple years ago, but he needs better receivers. He needs more weapons, and I feel like Jalen Waddle will help with that, especially at a coming Alabama national champion, and he was one of the receivers for Mac Jones, so I feel like he could help. Pick number 12, the Eagles got J.C. Horn, Northwestern cornerback. Obviously, the Eagles, new quarterback Jalen Hurts. He needs a good defense. Obviously, their defense also was one of the factors of, last year. Their defense was absolute, excuse my language, but it was dog shit. It was terrible. They had horrible defense. It was probably one of the factors of them losing. Jalen Hurts obviously freaking balled at the end of the season last year. Carson Wentz obviously played absolutely just like crap. But, you would expect them to want an offensive lineman, maybe. This was the news. I kind of would want them maybe to get one. Offensive lineman. I might change my mind on that. I don't know. But cornerback could help your defense, but I think it might be an offensive lineman in the first round. I think it probably might. For 13, you got the Chargers drafting Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, another Northwestern. Chargers, and obviously Justin Herbert needs protection. He won Rookie of the Year. Coming off Rookie of the Year, he's going to want to have a big year. So he's going to need protection from his offensive line. So I think that Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern will be the perfect pick for this. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. For 14, you got the Vikings. Minnesota Vikings drafting Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Obviously, Kirk Cousins needs protection. He needs protection. I don't want him to get protection, but he needs protection. He was running really around last year. He didn't really have good pocket awareness because his offensive line couldn't do anything. So I feel like this will be a pretty good pick if they could get him. And yeah. Number 15, you got the New England Patriots drafting Justin Fields. I'm sorry, I know. If you are watching this, you're probably like, what are you talking about? Justin Fields, I didn't want him to drop this far, but I feel like he has to. The Patriots need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. Cam Newton, Bill Belichick cannot work with them. Cam Newton is not going to be your guy. I'm sorry, but he is not. He will not be your guy. I feel like Justin Fields will be your guy. I feel like him and Bill Belichick would have a good relationship. Obviously, after coming out of a big-name school, a big college, leading his team to the national championship, I feel like they'll have a good relationship. And, not bad. Number 16, you got the Cardinals drafting Greg Newsome, North Carolina. I feel like, the Cardinals need better defense. Obviously, Patrick Peterson just left. So, you need a better, cornerback. I just feel like you do. You just need better defense. You would want an offensive line maybe to protect Kyler Murray. But I feel like defense comes first. Defense wins championships. So, yeah. Pick number 17, you got the Las Vegas Raiders drafting Micah Parsons out of Penn State. I feel like the Raiders, just need to be better. They just have that one missing piece that they needed last season. That one missing piece. They just need something. And I feel like, they had a big draft last year drafting Henry Ruggs. I feel like Micah Parsons will help with this. Pick number 18, you got the Dolphins again drafting Azeez Ojulari. I don't know how to say that. Outside linebacker from Georgia. Got one of the first, linebackers in this draft, mock draft so far. Obviously, Dolphins, better defense. The defense was one of the factors last year also. Them not making the playoffs. So, just get an outside linebacker, help you out. Number 19, you got the Washington football team drafting Jeremiah Caramoa. I don't know how to say that. Notre Dame linebacker. Yes, this will help you out. Obviously, after playing next to Chase Young, this is going to be pretty good. I feel like this will be a good duo. They could have a powerhouse defense if they draft Jeremiah Caramoa, however you. Third, you got the Chicago Trash Cans drafting Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. Yeah, they need protection around whoever they're going to start, Andy Dalton, I guess. Need better protection. Mitchell Trubisky, obviously, that offensive line was absolute garbage. It was dog water. It was horrible. That was one of the reasons he was so freaking bad. Yeah. Drafting offensive tackle will help, and yeah. Pick number 21, we got the Indianapolis Colts drafting Kwity Paye, defensive end out of Michigan. Not bad. I mean, they got a pretty good defense already, but I think that their defense was one of the reasons they were good. They were the number one defense in the league for a while, so he will definitely help you out. I feel like the Colts can have a powerhouse defense. Obviously, they need, better, Carson Wentz, offensive line, but still pretty good. Defensive end out of Michigan. Draft him. Pick number 22, you got the Tennessee Titans drafting Tevin Jenkins, lineman out of Oklahoma State. Titans, just protect Ryan Tannehill. He's got everything he needs right now. Really, I guess just help Derrick Henry get through that hole, I guess. Yeah. Pick number 23, we have the Jets again drafting Eisen Tucker out of guard out of USC. Yeah, I guess just help your line, get another guy in your line, protect Zach Wilson. So yeah. Pick number 24, you got the Steelers drafting Najee Harris, running back out of Bama. First running back we got in here. Steelers, obviously, pretty good offensively. Don't really need a receiver. I got Chase Claypool, got Juju Smith-Schuster, who is a free agent. But, just get a, running back. And, yeah. March 25, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars drafting Christian Barmore, defense tackle out of Alabama. Again, Jaguars, just better defense. Their defense was, oh my god, their defense was terrible. It was terrible. You need better defense for Trevor Lawrence. If you want to win a Super Bowl with him, at least get to the playoffs, you need to do defense first. Number 26, we got the Cleveland Browns drafting Jaelan Phillips, a defensive end out of Miami. Obviously, the Browns, defensive end. They got Myles Garrett. They are set. I think the Browns will be pretty dang good this year. I'm actually rooting for them, but defensive end would be pretty good for them, and yeah, I feel like Jaelan Phillips will be pretty good for their defense next to Myles Garrett and all of those guys. So yeah, pick 27, we have the Baltimore Ravens drafting Trayvon Moore, safety out of TCU. Obviously Ravens losing Earl Thomas, and I think it was the middle of the season. I think so. Yeah, middle of the season, I believe. Or did they? Yeah, they lost him. And, now you want a safety. You just a good defensive player, a good defensive leader. And I think, Trayvon Moore can help with this, obviously being a safety, and make your defense a little better for Lamar Jackson. Pick number 28, we have the New Orleans Saints drafting Jamin Davis, linebacker out of Kentucky. Obviously the Saints, you need a better, you have Cameron Jordan and all, but, just better defense in general. Obviously, it could help out with Jameis Winston being your quarterback and just make your team a lot better. 29, we have the Green Bay Packers drafting Rashad Bateman, wide receiver out of Minnesota. I know a lot of people were expecting the Packers to draft a cornerback in the first round, to help out the defense. But I feel like they need a wide receiver. After last year, please get a wide receiver. Just please, after last year, not draft a wide receiver, drafting a running back, a quarterback, and a tight end, all of that. Just draft a wide receiver. I think it'll be the good move. So we're not the joke of the draft again. And, just draft wide receiver. Obviously, Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. I know I did a video on the top draft prospects for the Packers. He was on it. So if we could get him, I would not mind that. Number 30, the Bills draft Gregory Rousseau out of Miami, defensive end. Defensive end out of Miami. Bills defense pretty good. They are dead set. I mean, they are obviously one of the best teams in the NFL right now. I mean, with Josh Allen, and they're great defense. I mean, it would be great to improve that defense way more than it already is. And I feel like they could have a powerhouse defense if they draft Gregory Rousseau. 31, you got the Ravens drafting Terrence Marshall, wide receiver out of LSU. Lamar Jackson needs a wide receiver. He needs a good, better wide receiver core. And if you like, he can help them out, obviously, coming out of LSU. Pick number 32, last pick out of the first round, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers draft. Joe Tryon, outside linebacker out of Washington. Yes, the Buccaneers need defense. Their defense is already amazing. Just draft another part to your amazing defense. You guys are set. You got Tom Brady, you got Rob Gronkowski, you got, Chris Godwin, you got freaking Fournette. You have a powerhouse defense. So just add to that. And keep going with what you're doing. And that is it. The 2021 mock draft for the first round has been finished. This was a very, very long video. I'm going to try and cut it up as much as I can. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you see the light changing throughout the video, I had to make this at different times because there's so many, picks in this draft that I had to catch my breath. And sometimes, get out, get some fresh air, catch my breath. And obviously I came in, talking about the Packers. If you can hear me out of breath, it's because I had to run back to my house. I ran back and then I came right back in here and made the rest of this video. But besides that, thank you guys for watching this video. Go Pack Go. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you watched all the way through, you are amazing. If you watched all the way through this video, you are a true supporter. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go Pack Go. Goodbye.